Welcome to Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, and while it is indeed home to the 2021 Super Bowl champion Buccaneers, it is also the home field for the USF Bulls and the clash that we have in store today. The Beavers will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the USF Bulls offense takes the field. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame he can really utilize.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They'll throw it on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Catch in the middle. It's Sawyer. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They'll try to run for it. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. The Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he can find a receiver, and down he goes.
Man, early in the game, I love when you set the tone and make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. Nice job getting him on the ground, getting your first sack of the day. Listen, they had 3 last week, but they want to continue to build on that number and keep getting it higher, and that's a great start.
9th play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Encroachment, defense. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Works the middle. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Using his legs, it's Sawyer. The ball is out behind the line. Oh, and he's able to get it back and saves himself a rear end chewing. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. He's going to let one fly down the middle. What a snag by the defense. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Leaves it with the running back. Across the 25, he's got room. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Now on the option. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They try to get it outside on the left. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And the Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Fox. Makes his connection. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. After the first down completion, it's second and short. They'll run the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Now the play fake. Fires to the right. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win in David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. Got his man in the middle. Open space at the 25. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They want to throw it. Oh, and he just dropped it. So close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's still third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away to find some room. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
All right, defense, nice job early in the game, playing well with your backs against the wall. The job's not over yet, though. This is an offense that has shown that they can go for it on fourth down, especially during these situations.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Smashes it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Colorado is ahead early in Boulder, but that's not exactly Cordell Stewart out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Kennesaw State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. 2 minutes to go. 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 2 minutes to go After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds a man by himself. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Beavers want to move quickly. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Fox. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Beavers have this offense rolling. The give to the back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Handoff to the lone back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got to...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Rich. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, it just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Sawyer. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Zings it complete to the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The defender crossed the line a little bit too early. It's a free 5 yards for the offense. Hand off from the shotgun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Going with the counter play here. The Bulls will keep this drive going. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. It's starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. On second down, just keeps firing. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that pass is intercepted. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. To the air, it's Fox. Throws to the tight end. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. And the Beavers will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He's got great speed. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Caught over the middle. It's Best. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads it left. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Quick strike complete. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Good right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Tampa. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Raymond James Stadium.
And the Bulls will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
From the gun, give on the inside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Got it in the middle. It's Carter. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Beavers headed quickly to the line. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Makes his man miss. And he's knocked down. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. On the option. Now the pitch. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Getting some heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed,
Touchdown, Beavers! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not 1, not 2, 3 games in a row he's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game 3.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point gives him a 10-6 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Colorado is ahead early in Boulder, but that's not exactly Cordell Stewart out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Kennesaw State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. Still on his feet at the 40. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. They'll run it from the gun. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Complete downfield. Racing down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and they'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulls! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay a big difference.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. The give from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Trying play action. Pressure coming. Fires left. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Running back searching for a hole. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Looking to throw, it's Fox. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Now this offense facing a third and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Beavers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Looking for a crease. It's Sawyer. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30. It's third and short. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Wants to throw on third down. Quickly out to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. He looks that one in nicely. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Handoff from the gun. Dances away from one. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Fires to the big fella. He's off to the races. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the 4th quarter. Time to go win it.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
On the option. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. The offense lines up at its own 14-yard line. 1st down. They'll try to get outside. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Fast motion from the offense. Just feeds the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Fox. Extending the play. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. He's going to pass. He's got his man, makes the grab. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Off play action. Fires to the tight end. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Moves around to clear up the vision. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. This crowd knows when to bring it. He'll pull it on the read. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon State. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown and, more importantly, take the lead.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Colorado is ahead early in Boulder, but that's not exactly Cordell Stewart out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 11 over Kennesaw State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Dialing up a second down pass play. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They want that clock to run. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the brain trust will go to work. The give to the tailback.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on third down coming up. Let's call it third and interesting, right? Top clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue to roll.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They're bringing heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On second down, wants to throw it. Pulls it in on the left. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, USF! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and you might be looking at overtime soon.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And he needs this one for the tie, and he's got it. We're locked up in the fourth. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. And he's going to try to return this one. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Dropping back, it's Fox. Keeps looking downfield. Short gain on the play before he slides. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On second down, he's looking downfield. It's on target and complete. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. He'll come out throwing on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. And this field goal might not put the game in the freezer, but it would ice it down pretty good. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Celebration is wild on the sidelines as they've taken the lead in the final seconds.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker, and he has to come through. And Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. And, David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner will be knocked down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the three phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.